Greetings, you two. It's your brother Spencer again, once again, with another version of Religious Mythbusters. And I realize that this topic of race and color touches many. Many of you racists out there, not only the white ones, but the so-called black ones, Hispanic ones, and all over the so-called races, which is a thing that was created by man, aren't going to like this message, aren't going to agree with this message. Many people are writing, many people are commenting, saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Where did I get my authority? My authority is from God. My authority is from the scriptures. That's what I reason. I don't need man's approval. Part of the problem with many of you is that you trust in man rather than God. So unless you see a degree or something that comes from man, then you say a thing's not right. Now, I touched on this curse of Ham thing, which is a false statement. A whole religious sect, a whole system of slavery was devised off of this lie. Why? At the time that slaves were brought over, many couldn't read. Most of them couldn't read, especially English. They couldn't read and write English. The Bible and the manuscripts that they were given were in a certain language. So if they have a certain person coming to them and saying that you're cursed and the book says so, then they start to believe that that's so. Just like the Vatican and the so-called Pope. The bishops and the so-called, all the false, whatever, the archbishops and the rabbis and the popes were the only ones that had access to the scriptures. And certain monks, like Luther, but that's another topic. So they can make up things to suit them. It's the same thing with this curse of Ham. Now, there were promises, and the covenant was made to Noah and his sons. Now, a covenant, when God makes a covenant and God makes a promise, it doesn't matter what you do or anything that anybody does, that will not change God's part of the covenant. You can be a covenant breaker, but that's not going to stop what God's going to do. Now, God made the promise with Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So there's no curse on Ham. The curse was on Canaan, and the Canaanites and the descendants of Cain are finished. They are wiped away. Now, I want to get into the next subject, the division of the world.